But I always found it quite interesting how ads work because it's all auction based, isn't it? So
Hmm.
what you're doing is essentially setting your budgets and your limits and for different keywords. And when you're trying to get to that top spot on Google search, you're bidding against other people, and whoever, it's like a blind auction. You don't know what other people are bidding.
Hmm.
There's some SEO tools that can give you like ideas, like Amazon ads, for example. They will give you a bracket, but who the hell knows how accurate that is really? Um, because there is that sort of angle with ads that they want you to spend the money.
Hmm.
So it's difficult. I mean, what's your experience with different ad platforms?
So for my apprenticeship, we'll start off with the social media ones and then move on to Google so that we can segue that into the next part of the discussion. But my experience is so the first experience I ever had of working on any kind of advertisement was actually Facebook. For my apprenticeship, I was given a company which was kind of like they were advertising scented candles, and that was like what they were doing. So the person who was responsible for like teaching me and like doing my apprenticeship, my tutor, I guess you could say, they asked me to do this campaign, which involved making like a load of different ads and A and B testing them and seeing like which ones get the traffic, which ones don't, and creating posts based around it. Um, so I was hands off on like the budgeting side of it. I'll just let the company do it themselves. But I had to create them on Canva and just to tell them, oh, this is how I think you should do it for your product. And Instagram works in a similar way. Instagram and Facebook have also been favoring a lot of video advertisement recently,
Yeah,
which I was a big thing. Google also. We'll talk about that later when we get to Google Ads anyway. Um, in recent years, especially it's like the short form content of like the shorts, the reels, TikToks, whatever it might be, is a lot more appealing to like people. So all the companies have moved to include that, and Facebook and Instagram are no different, obviously.
yeah,
So when I was working at GarageRay, what we tried to do was come up with a lot of ideas for short form content and long form ads that we can then run. We tried TV advertising, which I guess is an old school type of pay per click. I mean, you pay for the certain channels that show it, and if you think about it that way, the current way that PPC works is not that much different. Like radio advertising, TV advertising was just a precursor to what's happening now. Um, and with that, we had middling success here and there. People were more interested in like an instructional type of video rather than like an advert that was selling them things.
yeah.
And it wasn't exactly something that older audiences were looking for. They were more interested in like do I do this and like the DIY side of the company.